again, Los Alamitos, and welcome back to our Mayor's Business Spotlight. Just to remind everyone that this is how we bring some acknowledgement and recognition to some of the amazing businesses that we have here in Los Alamitos. You can reach out to the city of Los Al if you would like your business to be considered for this amazing opportunity. For September, we are here with Joe, the Executive Director for Champions Quest. And since Joe has not stopped talking to me, he is bubbling over with excitement for what amazing, spectacular things they're doing here. I'm going to kick it over to him to give us some background, tell us how long you've been here, what direction you're going. What is it about here?
Well, thank you for coming to visit Champions Quest today. We're excited to have you here, and we're excited to welcome our viewers in the city of Los Alamitos. Champions Quest is a youth athlete sports academy. We train young athletes here, and most of our athletes will go on and be college athletes someday. We work on athletic foundation, we build their technical sports skills, and those athletes develop more mental confidence and more mental toughness, and they develop a higher level of playing ability. So most of our athletes come here and you'll see a dramatic improvement in their first year here. We started right here in Los Alamitos in 1999. We're getting ready to celebrate our 25th anniversary, and we're really proud to be in just a great community with a strong athletic tradition. We have many of the athletes that go to the local high schools here, not just Los Alamitos. We draw from Long Beach Poly, we draw from Milliken, Wilson, Gar, bunch of high schools in the area. I can't even name them all. Valley Christian. We have all these schools that athletes come here from. And we really work with them on developing that athletic performance. And we have the best professional coaching staff you could imagine here. So they do a great job with our athletes.
Okay, now Joe, if I understand correctly, you are the only facility of your kind in the United States of America. So can you speak to that a little bit?
Absolutely. So we only work with youth athletes here 18 to 18 years old, and our coaches are in the top 1% of professional coaches that work with youth athletes in the United States. They're required to have a degree in kinesiology, exercise physiology, or a related field that's approved by the American Academy of Pediatrics to work with young athletes. They have national certifications, and they've all been college, professional, or Olympic athletes, and we have all of those on our coaching staff. So they're very elite. Most youth athlete coaches could not get a job here. As a matter of fact, we probably look at 500 candidates for one position to fill here because it's so challenging for us to find the right person who wants to work with these young athletes. So that's a very unique thing. And we have huge success stories out of this place. Every young athlete that comes here will become a much better athlete. Not a little better, much better. And that's what we do.
Okay, so my next questions for you are, I definitely want to know about what your greatest successes are, but I am a firm believer that adversity builds character. Yep. So I also want to know, what have you been able to power your way through as far as a challenge would go?
Well, that's exactly what we teach our athletes here, that adversity builds character. Failure leads to success. You learn from both good and bad. Our greatest success here is without a doubt, when you look around the facility, you see it behind me, you see it hanging over the gym area. We have hundreds and hundreds of athletes that have received mountains of scholarship money as college athletes. Over $10 million is represented in the facility alone, and literally hundreds of athletes that have made it to college. So that's a big piece, but that's not really where our success comes from. Our success comes what happens beyond college with our athletes. Our athletes have character, they have a lot of integrity, they really focus on their goals, and they really accomplish great successes in their lives. So we're very proud of what they've done. Now, adversity, well, you know, we've been through, since we've been here since 1999, we've been through a few recessions. We keep coming through that. We've been through COVID, which was obviously very challenging for what we do. Yeah. And we've always had to help our athletes. And so the greatest challenge isn't those outside influences, it's how do we get our athletes every day to get up and want to go out there and compete and win and put forth the best they can, because their bodies tell them, why don't I just sit on the couch and play video games? That's much easier. But we have to develop that drive and that passion in our athletes. And how that comes is we develop their ability as an athlete, and the rest follows along because they gain the confidence to compete at a higher level, and they do that year after year here. You'll see our athletes just move right up the depth chart of competition.
Okay, well, Joe, as we come to the end of our time of chatting, why don't you let everybody know how they can get in contact with y'all out here at Champions Quest?
Absolutely. So we're open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then on Saturdays in the morning. We're closed on Sundays. Our address is 10714 Reagan Street, right next to the post office in Los Alamitos, so we're easy to find. The phone number here is 562-598-2600. That's 598-2600. And you can look us up at championsquest.com. We're on all social media, and it's easy to find us.
Well, Joe, it's been such a pleasure. I would like to formally invite you and your team to come on out to our September 18th meeting. That's a Monday. We'll start at 6 o'clock so that we can give you a special presentation, and we'll do like a little highlight of our video together and let even more people know about the excellence coming out of Champions Quest.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the invitation, and we'll be there.